cross watchers, how are y'all doing? This is your November 2020 tarot reading. If you're new here, I'm Sarah. This is Cancer Capricorn guidance, and I'm here to bring you love, light, and guidance through tarot, astrology, and spirituality. In my description box, you can find my email. Please feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to schedule a personal reading. You can also find my Instagram. Feel free to give me a follow. You can also find a couple different links to some Spotify playlists I've made. I really love making playlists and sharing them with people, so feel free to check those out. You can also find my PayPal link if you'd like to donate to this channel to keep it running. It would mean the absolute world to me, so thank you so much if you choose to do so. So, Cancer, how are y'all doing? How y'all been? Cancer. I feel like y'all probably felt some of that heavy energy of all the Scorpio energy that we experienced. Now that we're in Scorpio season and that Scorpio Mercury retrograde, Mercury is going to be going, it's direct again, so it's going to be moving back into Scorpio pretty soon. But yeah, you probably felt a lot of the heavy energy of that, Cancer. There's probably a lot of stuff that came up from the past, some deep emotions that were buried away or hidden, or some stuff from the past that really needed to be resolved probably came up, and it probably had to do with some heavier emotions. So Cancer, you probably felt some of that, but now we are in the Mercury direct period, so I hope that Mercury retrograde really brought up some important things that needed to be addressed. I hope it didn't just drag you around. I hope that it actually taught you something and cleared some stuff up for you. With Neptune going direct in Pisces this month, I think that you're going to feel some lifted energy in terms of your dreams. So definitely pay attention to your dreams. Maybe keep a dream journal. You might start having vivid dreams again. Pay attention to those. There might be some messages in your dreams for you. But yeah, so last month I did the whole astrology breakdown because there was a lot happening in October, but I decided not to do it this month because, one, there isn't as much happening in November planetarily, and it made the videos really long. I wanted to keep the videos a little bit short and sweeter, so yeah, I wasn't gonna do the whole astrology breakdown this month, but there's a couple little things happening in the month that maybe you'll be paying attention to. With the advent of Sagittarius season, I just feel like there's going to be some lifted, more lighthearted energy and some motivation to really expand and explore new opportunities or new ways of doing things for everybody collectively. I think the Sagittarius season is going to be a really nice, lighthearted way to finish off such a heavy year. I think the Sagittarius season is going to bring in some more lighthearted, carefree, just trying to have a good time energy. I think it's also going to really expand our minds to think philosophically about how we can make changes and start to really get to action, get moving, that fire sign energy, really get moving and start to put in the work of starting to make these changes now that everything has kind of came crashing down this year. I think we're going to start to rebuild with a lot of hopeful and optimistic and opportunistic energy that Sagittarius will bring in for us. But yeah, Cancer, I think that's all I can think of for you this month. Yeah, let's get into your reading, Cancer. See what is up for you in the month of November. All right, any messages for Cancer? Whoa. Oh, any messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars for the month of November? Any placements of Cancer you may have in your chart, any energy you've been vibing with for the month of November 2020 for Cancer? Any messages for Cancer? Any messages of love, truth, healing, light, forgiveness, clarity, understanding, hope, action? Hangman's been coming up for a lot of people. Messages for Cancer. Messages for Cancer. Messages for Cancer. Any other messages for Cancer here for November 2020? Cancer. All right, so for the overall energy, we have the Lovers card. Could be connecting with a Gemini. Maybe you have Gemini in your chart. This doesn't always have to do completely with love or finding love or coming into a beautiful connection. It very well could mean that. But it could also mean coming back to a certain love you have for yourself. To me, this has a lot to do with finding that balance, that harmony, that peace, that give and take, that love within yourself. This could also have to do with values. This could be you finding your soul family. You could be connecting with people who really align with your values, Cancer. Energetically, I'm picking up on maybe you've been searching for your soul family. You've been searching for your soul tribe. You've been searching for the type of people that you really want to surround yourself with, people that you really connect with on a deeper level. You could be just searching for new friends or people that really feel like family to you. And you might be coming into that this month. Or maybe you're reconnecting with people that you once loved, or people in your family that you really want to reconnect with, or friends that you really want to reconnect with, and bridge that gap and really find what you're looking for in them again. There's something about a beautiful connection here, or connections that Cancers you might be coming into this month that really have to do with you finding people that really align with you in terms of your values, in terms of what you really feel and believe and who you really are as a person, people who appreciate you and love you for who you are. Cancers, that's beautiful. If not, maybe you're coming into a new environment or a new place that really aligns with your values. You're finding new work that really aligns with who you are and what you value. I'm getting a lot of that. Then we have the Six of Cups reversed, the Seven of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Cups reversed, and then the Ace of Swords. Cancer. With the Six of Cups reversed and the Seven of Swords, I feel like there's some guilt about the past coming up for you. Maybe that came up during this Scorpio Mercury retrograde or the Scorpio season. There's something about the past. The Six of Cups reversed, it could have to do with really negative memories from childhood, or something to do with family, or something from the past, some kind of emotional connection from the past that maybe had to do with codependency, or some unhealthy habits from childhood that you've carried over. I think a lot of that stuff is coming back up for you, and it has to do with something you feel guilty about, some kind of mental burden that you've been carrying with you for a long time. I'm definitely getting family, or this could be about a lover of some sort from your past that may be coming back up, or the memories of that resurfacing. A lot of times not in Scorpio season, during a Mercury retrograde, it's not always that something has to come up or an event has to come up. Sometimes a lot of thoughts and feelings just come back up from the past. So you may be reminiscing about some negative memories, some feelings of guilt from the past about a past lover or past connections or past relationships of some sort, something from childhood, something from the past, something to do with family. I'm getting a lot of that energy. It could be having to do with you feeling guilty and feeling the need to like really drop this mental burden that you have about maybe you felt deceived, or maybe you feel that you deceived someone else. You feel guilty for having caused someone harm or pain in some way, and you've been carrying it with you for a long time now, and you're really ready to let go of this burden. This could be some memories of a past lover that are really coming back up for you, and it's really hard to let go of. There could be a lot of memories of a past relationship that are coming up, and it's really hard for you to move past this because there's a lot of deception associated with it, where you feel that you were deceived, or you feel like you deceived someone, or you feel really guilty about the things you had to do in the past, or the ways that you have hurt someone in the past, and you feel guilty for maybe you just feel guilty and wrong about some of the bad habits that you have displayed in past relationships. I know that Cancers, it's true, I don't mean this as a dig, but it's true that Cancers have habits of emotional codependency and overly unhealthy emotional attachment to a lot of things of the past. So there could be things from the past that you're still somewhat emotionally connected to. There's some sort of nostalgia there, but it's like mixed in with a lot of messy, disorganized feelings about guilt and shame or anything like that. There could be something from the past that's coming up for you at this time, or has come up recently, that's making you bring up these feelings of like guilt and shame. Like you feel bad about, ways you've acted in past relationships, or you feel guilty and bad about the ways that you've carried some of these bad habits from childhood into your adulthood, if you're an adult now. I'm definitely getting a lot of something from the past is still kind of with you in a way that you feel like maybe you need to apologize to someone or make amends with someone. You need to release this guilt. Maybe there's a secret from the past about something you feel really bad about. There's some kind of secret that you never told someone, or a secret from now that you're withholding, because there's something here that's making you feel really stuck. There's something here that's making you feel really trapped in your own thoughts, in your own emotions, you're paralyzed by your own nostalgia. Maybe you feel very stuck in the past. You feel guilty for still maybe you still feel guilty that you're still thinking about the past. You feel guilty that you're still stuck on the past in some way, and you really don't want to be anymore. It just feels that you just feel so trapped. You feel so stuck in the past, and you don't want to be anymore. I feel like you really want to release this and move on with your life, but there's some kind of guilt or something that you need to apologize for, or you feel that you need to apologize to someone for in order to move on and release yourself from the past. Because I feel like this stuckness is putting you in a place where you don't have any energy, you don't feel motivated to move forward again, you don't feel motivated to go find someone new, to find a new connection or partnership. Yeah, there's a lot here. I'm gonna get a clarification for the Ace of Wands reverse. Why is this Ace of Wands reverse here for Cancer? Why is this Ace of Wands in reverse here for Cancer? The Two of Wands reversed. Yeah, I think this definitely has to do with something in terms of you not being ready to move forward in love, you not being ready to open yourself up to new connections, you not feeling ready to find the new possibilities with new people. Cancer, if you're currently in a connection, if you're currently in a relationship, this could be something from the beginning of the relationship or something from the past, something from way back that there's something that hasn't been revealed. There's something that you're still hiding from your partner, or this partner is hiding from you, and they feel really guilty. And maybe it feels like you've hit a roadblock in your relationship where y'all can't move forward. Y'all feel stuck in the same place, or maybe you are stuck because y'all keep hashing at the same problem that always comes up. Maybe when you fight, the same problem always comes up for you too. It's something from the past, and there's some guilt and shame and secrecy that needs to be released and resolved in order for you guys to unstick yourselves and move on from this. But there's this it's creating this inability to move forward. This Ace of Wands reverse and this Two of Wands reverse. It's like, I can't move on until I make amends of this. I can't move on until I apologize to this person, until I release this guilt, until I release these memories and this nostalgia from the past. Cancer, there's something here. I think you're really stuck on someone from the past, or you're stuck on something from the past that's preventing you and your partner from moving forward. But it's creating this stagnancy of motivation, of energy, of drive, of movement forward with you and your partner, or movement forward in your love life. And it's starting to take hold in a way that maybe it's affecting your sex life. It's affecting your ability to see the future with this person, maybe, or ability to just think positively and opportunistically about your future in love and whether or not there are more people out there for you. I'm definitely feeling like, Cancer, you've been stuck on thinking about love for a little while, and it has something to do with I think Cancers have been a little bit hopeless or pessimistic about the opportunities in the future for them when it comes to love. Because there's something about the past here where you feel really guilty about things you've done in the past in love, or you feel ashamed of how things have played out for you in the past with love, and maybe you feel guilty that you're still thinking about someone from the past and you don't want to be anymore, because it's really tripping you up and keeping you in a place where you're not moving forward. You're not able to move forward energetically and to ignite passion with new people. It's you don't see the opportunity here. You don't see the future with this person, or you don't see the possibilities in the future for you to have other different kinds of love, new love. Because with this Two of Cups, it feels like if you have a partner, you may feel really disconnected from your partner right now. Yeah, there may be some disconnect because this thing that needs to be resolved, this guilt or this shame that's harboring within you or this other person about something from the past that hasn't been resolved, it's affecting your ability to move forward with this person and continue to grow the relationship. You're feeling really stuck, and it's also creating this emotional disconnect between these two people where you don't feel connected to this person anymore, even though you may still have a lot of love for them. You two may still very much love each other, but there's something that has kind of fallen out. There's some kind of disconnect here where you guys aren't on the same page as you used to be. There isn't the same connection that it used to be. There isn't the same emotional vulnerability and openness between the two of you that there used to be. Cancer, if you're single, I'm seeing that there's a lot of pessimism here in terms of your ability to find new love in the future. I think you're really focused on finding love and wanting to find that again, but there's some stuff from the past that has kept you in a place of feeling stuck, like there is no options for you, like there's no hope for you to find new love in the future, like maybe you're still stuck on the past because you feel like that was it for you, that was your only chance, this was the only love you've had, and you're like, well, how can that be it? That love wasn't even that great, or yeah, I'm definitely getting you're feeling pessimistic about the prospect, the possibility of you connecting with someone on a very deep level again. It's like you're feeling very pessimistic that you won't be able to connect with anyone. Maybe you've been trying and you've just been feeling stuck, and you've just been feeling like you really haven't found that connection with anyone. You haven't been able to connect with anyone passionately or energetically. It's like you're feeling so hopeless about the possibility of finding love again. Like all you feel is you haven't like emotionally connected with anyone. Cancers really crave that deep emotional connection, and I feel like you just haven't found that with anyone, despite maybe your attempts to try and find that, or you haven't even been trying because you're still stuck on this thing from the past in some way, in some capacity. But yeah, if you're in a relationship, there's some disconnect that's been created here between you and your person, because there's this inability to move forward because something from the past is stopping you two from moving forward and continuing to build and grow this relationship. With this Ace of Swords here, though, I think that you're going to have some kind of clarity moment, some kind of aha moment about this situation. I'm going to get a clarification for this card. Clarification for the Ace of Swords here for Cancer. Can I get a clarification for the Ace of Swords here for Cancer? Justice. Cancer, I think your moment of clarity is going to be either that if you are in a relationship and you know that there's some wrongdoing that needs to be talked about, that needs to be resolved and released, I think you are coming to the realization that in order for this to be fixed, in order for this to move forward, in order for you two to start connecting again, justice needs to be served, which means that the truth needs to come out, whether that means you need to confess about something, or you need to get this off your chest, something about guilt, or you need to bring it up to this person that you need to have a talk. There's something that's bothering you about the past between you and your partner that really needs to be talked about. And I think this justice that needs to come in is a conversation about this so that this can be resolved. Your moment of clarity, or maybe this is going to be a moment of communication where justice is finally served because this topic finally comes up. Cancer, if you're single, I think this moment of clarity is you realizing that justice is going to be served in some way. Karma is going to be served in some way, where it is, if you do the work, if you resolve the past, if you do the work to let go of the past, if you do the work to believe that you are worthy and capable of loving again, of having new love come in for your life, then justice will serve itself, and you will be blessed with those blessings of abundance of love. I think, Cancer, if you're single, right now you're in a really pessimistic place where you feel like you're not going to connect with anyone again, that you're very pessimistic about finding love again. And I think this moment of clarity is going to be you realizing that you deserve it because you are love, you have love, you share love, you give love, and the more love you put out into the world, the more that love is going to come back to you in many different ways and shapes and forms. I think you're going to have a moment of clarity that it's only right. Yeah, this is a Libra card too, and it's only right that you are gonna find love again, because that's how it works. If you believe that you deserve love, it's gonna come to you. If you put love into the world, it's gonna come back to you. I think this Lover's card has a lot to do with self-love too, and this Two of Cups reverse has a lot to do with self-love too. I think that's something that may be stopping this progression of this relationship, if you're in a relationship, or it's stopping this new love from coming in, or you believing that you deserve new love. I think it has something to do with some self-love and self-worth that needs to happen. Cancer, I think you might need to go inward for a little bit and really remind yourself of the love that you need to give yourself, and getting in emotional alignment within yourself in order to be ready to receive new love, in order to really reignite this relationship and put it on a new path to be able to grow and build again. There's something to do with self-love here, some self-reflection that is going to, you have to remind yourself that you are worthy of this connection flourishing. You are worthy of new love coming in for you. There's some self-love that needs to be happening here. And I think your moment of clarity is that justice is going to be served. Peace is going to be restored. Some kind of, like, you know in your heart that karma is going to be served in some way, in terms of, if I give love, if I do my best, if I put love into this world, love will come back to me. If I work on this relationship, if I put the work in, and I, release my guilt, if I reveal my secrets, if I do what I need to do, even if it's hard, justice will be served. And I think the justice may be that you need to talk to this person about some guilt that you've been harboring, some secrecy that you need to let go of. Because I think that's what's going to release you from this moment where you feel really stuck with this person, or you feel really stuck from moving on and not being able to move on to new love. This justice here is like, that karma is coming in some form, and it's going to repay you for better or for worse. I think whatever happens, this guilt or shame or secrecy that is going to be revealed or talked about or resolved in some way, it's going to lead to justice of some sort that could mean that this relationship isn't meant to be anymore, and that this connection finally needs to be ended because it's not meant to be anymore. Or it could mean that, you and this person are able to finally move forward again. But there's a lot of twos here. The justice with the balanced scales, the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Lovers. There's a lot of two in duality. Cancer, I think there's some self-love that needs to be had, and there's some self-value that needs to be had to realize that you are worthy of this relationship flourishing. You are worthy of new love coming in, whatever it may be for you. All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards of advice for you here, Cancer, regarding this spread. 3 cards of advice here for Cancer regarding this spread for November 2020. 3 cards of advice for Cancer for November 2020. 3 cards of advice for Cancer. Cancer, the Wheel of Fortune reverse, the 5 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands reverse. The Wheel of Fortune reverse is, I was just thinking about that when I was talking about karma with the Justice card. The Wheel of Fortune reversed is like, it may be that you need to release this and karma is going to be served, but maybe not in your favor. It may look like things are going to get worse before they get better. It may be that you need to reveal something to your partner and it's going to cause some rifts. Things are going to shift in a way that you didn't expect it to, or you didn't want it to. But remember that the wheel turns in the way it's supposed to, and fate kind of turns out how it's supposed to, and justice and karma are served in the way that they're supposed to. So if you clear your chest, if you clear the air on your end, you will be rewarded with that karmically. If this is about the other person and some secrecy that's been held in with this other person, then the wheel is not going to turn in their favor and things might get a little ugly. But again, with this Lovers as the overall energy, I feel like you know that at the end of the day, it's about love, and that love is really important, and that you need to do the right thing and tell the truth, and that things will work out in the way that they're supposed to as long as you are truthful and honest. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a lot of, with this Wheel of Fortune reverse, karma might be turning out not in your favor right away, but things might get worse before they get better. I think some things need to be, things need to be kind of uprooted a little bit for things to settle back into a new way. And I think you're going to have a moment of clarity that you need to do what's right, even if it's hard, in order for things to be restored, in order for justice to be restored, and in order for things to be resolved. So if you do what you know you have to do and you do the right thing, then karma will be on your side. But be careful. If you keep holding in this secrecy, then things are not going to turn out the way that you want them to. Because with the 5 of Cups, this is like, yeah, this might cause some pain. Whatever this truth being revealed is, it might cause some pain. It might cause some hurt feelings. There may be some losses here. If this secrecy comes out and it ends up creating a rift between this partnership and you two decide to split ways, maybe that's what was meant to be. Maybe that's what was meant to happen. Maybe that is what this karma had in store for you all along. And you did your part. You told the truth. You were honest. You opened up. And that's all that there is really left to do. It might cause some pain, but remember to not stay too focused on what hurts and stay focused on what's still standing. What do you still have? What emotions do you still have? What what love you still have to give. I think there may be something to do here if you are single. You've been focusing a lot on the past and a lot on the pain of the past, a lot on maybe waiting for karma to come in poorly for this other person from the past. You're wishing bad things for someone from your past. That's never a good way to go, because no matter what, justice will be served and karma will be served. And if you do the right thing, things will work out in your favor. If you're wishing negative things or harm on someone else, things are not going to work out the way you want them to. Karma is going to be served to you in the bad way. So yes, there may be pain here. Yes, there may be sorrow here, but make sure you're paying attention to what's still standing. What love do you still have to give? What opportunities emotionally are there still out there for you? And with the 10 of Wands reversed, if this is something that you're holding in, I think this is reminding you to drop the burden. There's something that's very burdensome to you right now. It's something that's been really heavily weighing on you. And I think it's time to really let go of that, because it's going to feel better at the end of the day, even if it means that it's going to cause a rift, even if it means that some connections may be ending. It looks like that there may be some rifts are caused between people that maybe you thought were meant for you, maybe people you thought were like forever lovers, or there was this powerful connection, but really there was some secrecy and some dark stuff that needed to be brought to light. Maybe this Scorpio Mercury retrograde brought it up, or this Scorpio season brought it up. But this is really asking you to release the burden of whatever you've been holding in. Release the burden of truth. Maybe there's a truth that you've been hiding from your partner in terms of just something that you were keeping from them to protect their feelings, and maybe it's going to cause some hurt feelings when you do reveal this truth. But remember that revealing the truth is what's right, it is what is just, and it is what is meant to happen, and it's going to balance itself out. The scales of justice are going to balance themselves out, so you better fess up sooner rather than later. Or this person, maybe you have to push this person to fess up something to you that you already kind of know about, and you really need the truth here. And you may be really pained by that, even though you knew it was coming. But it was meant to be, it was meant to happen that way, so that you could remove yourself from this connection that wasn't working anymore. Remove yourself from this connection full of lies or deception or hurt feelings or deep stuff from the past, so that you could go on to find your actual lover. Cancers, I think you may be having an aha moment about, I deserve new love that's better for me. And karma is going to work out in a way that serves me. I've been putting in the work to be my best self, to be honest, to do my healing. And I think once you drop this burden of this guilt or shame from the past, of ways that you have hurt people, I think you need to drop that burden too and let go of the sorrow surrounding this, because I think that may be something that's holding you back from moving on to go find new, better love that is better for you. Cancer, this is a really intense reading. Wow. There's a lot of messages here. I'm going to pull one last card for you from the I Am Everything Oracle deck and see if there's any last messages here for you. Any last messages here for Cancer regarding the spread for the month of November 2020. One last message for Cancer. I am whole. I am perfectly created. I am a wonderfully unique individual. Every lesson I have learned, every risk I have taken, and every achievement I have made contributed to who I am. Because of that, I am whole. Cancer, I feel like that has something to do with this Lover's card. You may be feeling a lack mindset or a lack mentality in terms of not feeling the love right now, not feeling connected to others, not feeling whole within yourself, not feeling the self-love, not feeling whole and good enough within yourself. But I think this is reminding you, if this is a connection that you were holding on to, despite how heavy of a burden it was to carry this on, even though you knew that there was deception and lies here, even though you knew this wasn't a true, pure love connection, even though you feel maybe not so great, or you feel lonely right now because you haven't found your next love yet, or because you're still stuck on someone from the past and you thought maybe that's all you deserve, and you're still stuck on the sorrow of this and you're still carrying this burden. It's like, I think this is reminding you that you are whole, despite whether or not you were in a connection with someone, despite whether or not someone is actively giving you value. You have inherent value regardless of whether you are in a partnership, regardless of someone validating that, regardless of someone recognizing that. You are inherently valuable and whole, despite whatever partnerships, whatever ways you fucked up in the past, whatever ways you've hurt people, whatever ways people have hurt you, you are whole within yourself. Everything you've done, every risk you've taken, every mistake you made, it makes you human. You're a human being and you've made mistakes, and whether or not you are ending a connection here or still searching for one or still trying to forgive yourself for the past, there's a lot here with self-forgiveness. I think there's a lot here with self-forgiveness. Maybe there's a fear here of bad karma coming back at you and feeling sorrowful and feeling like you have to carry this burden of I did this wrong thing. I did some wrongdoing to some person. As long as you forgive yourself and you make amends to these wrongs you've done and you do your best to be a better version of yourself than you were tomorrow, a better version of yourself than you were yesterday, if you do your best to restore justice in some way, then that's just you being a good person and you're whole no matter what. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody fucks up. Everybody does terrible things because we're fallible people. We're humans and we're not perfect, and good people do bad things. I think it's the best way to put it. And I think cancers can really get wrapped up and caught up in really wanting to be a person of love and be a good person. And I think you forget to remind yourself that even, the best, most caring and generous and kind people make mistakes, and they do bad things and they do shitty things to people that they care about. But this is reminding you that you're whole despite all of that. You are a whole person and you made mistakes, and all of these things, all of these pasts, you may be caught up in the past, you may be sorrowful about the past, but all of these things, all these decisions you made, they made you who you are today, and you have to be proud of that. And you have to be proud of that in order to move forward with your life and to find new people who are in alignment with who you are and who accept you and value you for who you are despite all of the mistakes you've made. Because no one's ever perfect, and you can't wait until you're a better version of yourself, this perfect person, in order for someone to be able to love you. You have to accept yourself as you are and love yourself as you are. Find that inner self-love so that if you appreciate who you are, if you appreciate and love who you are, others will appreciate and love you for who you are. Cancer, that is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I really loved doing this for you. This was really deep and intense. There were a lot of messages here. If you got anything out of this, if any of this resonated with you, please leave comments down below. I would love to hear about it. Again, in my description box, you can find my email. Please feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to schedule a personal reading. You can also find my Instagram. You can also find those links to those Spotify playlists, and you can find my PayPal link. Cancer, I really hope you find this resolution and this justice comes in for you. I really hope you learn to find some self-love despite all this. You may be feeling really guilty right now, but I think self-love and self-forgiveness and reminding yourself that you are whole and you are an imperfect person, and that you are worthy of love again despite mistakes you may have made in the past. Reminding yourself of all of that is going to be really important, and I hope you do. And I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next reading.